Welcome to Titus Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is April the 14th, 2024. We're going to be talking about AEW. They did not make any matches for Dynasty, except for the tag team titles. We found out one team that will be in the finals for Dynasty until whoever wins, I think it was on Collusion, between FTR and Top Flight. We got Young Bucks versus Orange Cassidy and Trent on Dynamite. And FTR versus Top Flight, I believe, is on Collusion. They made a whole bunch of matches for those shows. I believe Commander will be versus Pentagon. Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty will be versus Chris Jericho on Hook, because Chris Jericho called out Hook. And Hook doesn't really trust Chris Jericho because he betrayed all his tag team partners and his friends, his loved ones. But Hook says, I got us a match. So that's interesting. I don't really watch Collusion. So yeah, that's happening there. And we got a weird promo between Adam Copeland. He came out to the ring with no TNT championship in his hand, around his waist. Weird. He came out and he talked about how much he loves professional wrestling. All the wrestling that he watched WWF, he watched NWA, AWA, I think he said, something like that. And he loves professional wrestling, and of course he has to bring Tony Khan saying that he loves professional wrestling and all that stuff. I have a feeling this is why he's doing this is because of Tony Khan. Tony Khan told him, you have to say some nice things about us, because CM Punk on an interview said some negative things about AEW and about Tony Khan not being a boss. Not a good boss. And I think some of it is true, because Tony Khan, he's good at making matches, he's just not good at making stories. I don't remember I'm excited for a storyline. I don't know if I was any excited for a storyline. I get excited for matches because there's some good matches, there's first time evers. But storyline, I've never been so excited for one. The Bloodline is, with WWE, they had a lot of good storylines with Stone Cold and The Rock, Triple H and Cactus Jack. They got a whole bunch of great ones. The Bloodline, even with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, they added Seth Rollins, they added The Rock. I think this is a better road to WrestleMania for Cody Rhodes and Roman than they had last year. Because now this year is way personal. Roman's family is involved. And Cody Rhodes, his family is involved as well, but they're not really helping him attack, because Dusty Rhodes has passed away and Dustin Rhodes is in AEW. So a lot of things happening in these storylines, and AEW doesn't have that. They just make good matches. Tony Khan needs to learn how to entertain the fans, not just by the matches. So I believe what CM Punk says sometimes, and there's some things I don't believe. There's good matches, but bad storyline telling. If you guys haven't read that the whole double thing and getting revealed as Adam Cole, it was rated as the worst storyline in wrestling business. So, yeah. So I'm hoping Tony Khan, even Bully Ray on Busted Open, he talked some things about what CM Punk said. And I believe he agreed some of the things what CM Punk says, because Tony Khan has not been a owner for years or decades. Not like Vince McMahon, not like Paul Heyman or Eric Bischoff. Tony Khan was a owner for a wrestling business like for 4 or 5 years now, and he didn't really learn it. He just thought, oh, let's make a wrestling show and see what happens. So he's not really good at storytelling. Not like WWE or TNA or other wrestling businesses that has some good storylines. So that's why Adam Copeland came out and talked nice things about AEW. And then he didn't talk about his match at Dynasty because there was a 6-man tag team match because of collusion when Adam Copeland beat Matt Cardona, making his return to AEW. He came back. I believe he's on TNA, but I guess he's allowed doing some indie wrestling while he's in TNA, so he's allowed doing AEW. One-time thing only. But after Adam Copeland beats Matt Cardona, lights went out. Malachi was in the ring face-to-face with Adam Copeland. And then the House of Black attack Adam Copeland. Then we got Eddie Kingston coming out to save Adam Copeland and Mark Briscoe as well. And then it turned into a trios match at Dynasty. And people are a little upset because it's not for the TNT title and it's not a one-on-one match between Adam Copeland and Malachi Black. Adam Copeland talked about all these dream matches. He almost had a dream match between Malachi Black, and now it turned to a trios match. I wish it was a TNT title match as well. Not a trios match. The guy won the championship. He should defend the title on a pay-per-view. So, yeah. That's what I think. And Adam Copeland talked about all this stuff. He talked about Okada came to AEW. Mercedes came. Will Ospreay. He did not really say Will Ospreay right. Or I don't think I'm saying right. He's saying Ospreay. Is it Ospreay or Ospreay? I think I'm putting an A in the spray. Like you spray something. I don't know. Am I saying it right or saying it wrong? Or he's saying it right? Because he's from Canada and I'm from Canada. He's supposed to be saying the same way. But he's saying different than I am. So, I don't know. And then he talked about that they're here because AEW is the best business for matches, not storytelling. I think Adam Copeland needs to say that. And he says he wants to retire his career in AEW. It's his choice. Or that's what Tony Khan told him to do. Tony Khan is a little upset with CM Punk, but CM Punk doesn't work there anymore, so he can't get fired, he can't get released. He's in WWE, and I think WWE is happy about that. They talk trash about AEW, their rival. So, I don't know what's happening there, but CM Punk said he's happy where he is. And the guy is injured, and he shows up more times than any other part-timer that I've ever seen. More than Brock Lesnar. The guy does YouTube stuff. He was in a hockey game with Jey Uso and Jackie. He was reacting to a WrestleMania match with Randy Orton. He came to Raw in Chicago. I don't know, he's supposed to be a part-timer. He's supposed to not show up a lot because he's injured. He's supposed to be gone for months. He's going to show up at WrestleMania. Oh my goodness. I think he's shown more than he got shown on AEW. I'm sorry to say it, but he's getting shown more than AEW. I think WWE is actually showing, they're top guys more than the other guys, except for because people want to see their top guys. And CM Punk is one of them. Like, this guy is getting being the king of WWE while he's injured. Like, he's getting the red carpets. Ladies and gentlemen, then Adam Copeland introduces Will Ospreay, and then they shook hands, and looks like a dream match. But we will see. Will it be a dream match? Then our first match happened, and will be Will Ospreay versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Not a big fan of Hobbs. I'm not a big fan of big guys. Okay? Hobbs is talented, but he's just a big guy. Okay? I'm not a big fan of that guy. But I'm a big fan of Will Ospreay. When I went to AEW, I wish I'd seen a match of his, not him talking. But it's pretty cool to see him, but I'd rather see him wrestle than him have a promo. So that happened there. We got Will Ospreay versus Powerhouse Hobbs. It was an okay match. Not bad. It was okay. But the winner of that match was Will Ospreay. And then when Mr. What's his face again? Don Callis holds up both guys' arms, Powerhouse Hobbs just pushes away Don Callis and got in the face of Will Ospreay. And then Ospreay just like, whoa, easy there. And then Don made him get out of the ring. I think Will Ospreay is going to be out of the Don Callis family. He's a good guy, and Don Callis is a heel. You see Will Ospreay high-fiving people. I think he's going to be out there. And I think Will Hobbs is going to be the person to end it for Will Ospreay. And when Will Ospreay was about to leave, Bryan Danielson came out for his match against Lance Archer, another monster. I'm a big fan of Lance Archer. The guy's cool. I see him live in the Destiny Wrestling show. The guy's a monster. Ladies and gentlemen, Bryan Danielson versus Lance Archer. I thought it was a pretty okay match. A little long for Bryan Danielson because I know he's going to win because he has a match on the pay-per-view. A big match against Will Ospreay. Why would he lose to Lance Archer? But I want to know, is Lance Archer should be disqualified because he used a human being to hurt Bryan Danielson? Is that a disqualification, like using an object, or that's not a disqualification? I don't know. It looked like it was. I guess it was a no disqualification because the referee didn't called it. But Bryan Danielson gets the win. He beats Lance Archer. Congrats to him, and now he has a match with at Dynasty. But that's in a couple of weeks on the 21st, so that's gonna be interesting. Then we got Billy Gunn versus Jay White. Okay, he's an older guy, and he's slow. But it was an okay match. Jay White kind of broke into his house and was about to smash a TV until Billy Gunn and his wife came back and came home. And then they all ran away. The Guns and Jay White ran away. But the funny part is, I believe AEW tried to do the same thing they did with WWE when Karen Cross attacked Bobby Lashley and BFAB and cost the Street Profits a match. But they did the same thing with the Acclaim because they said they want to be here. They want to be at ringside. They will let Billy Gunn do his match all by himself. Billy Gunn attacked Jay White before the entrances. When Jay White was doing his entrance, Billy Gunn was behind him, punched him in the face. He starts beating him up. But at the end, we saw the Acclaim got beat up at backstage. Billy Gunn looked at it, and he just did the match again. He's still doing the match. He didn't get distracted. That doesn't make any sense. But the winner of that match was Billy Gunn because of disqualification. The Guns came in because Billy Gunn was about to smash a chair into the face of Jay White. The Guns came out, tried to beg their father not to do it. But Billy Gunn was shoving the Guns away, and then the low blow from Jay White. And Jay White loses the match. And then they were about to smash Billy Gunn with a chair until the Acclaim came out. Oh yeah, they looked very hurt. The Guns didn't hurt them very well. The Acclaim came out, attacked the Guns, and they attacked Jay White. They were about to put Jay White through a table until the Guns saved him. So that's interesting to see what's going to happen there. But Billy Gunn, that's supposed to be him getting distracted when he saw the Acclaim getting hurt, but he looked at it, he went outside the ring to attack Jay White more. So they had to use a different distraction. Oh my god. Next, we got the Young Bucks versus Orange Cassidy and Trent Barreta in the AEW Tag Team Championship Tournament. With Sue, of course, Tony Schiavone has to do that, the voice, because there's no Sting that he could say it to Sting, but he could say it to Sue. Sue was there, and it was in the corner of Trent and Orange Cassidy. I thought it was a pretty decent tag team match. Matthew Jackson was about to super kick Sue, Mama Trent. And then, ladies and gentlemen, he wanted props, but she said no, and slapped him in the face. But it was a pretty decent match. The winner of that match was the Young Bucks. They're going to Dynasty to see to who they're going to face, FTR or Top Flight. And then we're about to get the hug, the best friend's hug, until Trent did a running knee onto Orange Cassidy and betrayed him. He didn't attack Chuck Taylor, but Chuck did not understand why he did it. Trent walked away from Chuck Taylor and from his own mom. He walked away. So what's going on with Trent? We will find out maybe next week, or Collusion, or Rampage. So many shows. Then we have Thunder Rosa versus Mariah May in a no-win contendership. Toni Storm was happy about this when the announcement happened last week. But I don't think she's happy now, because the winner of that match was Thunder Rosa. She's the no-win contender, and she was keep on begging Toni Storm to come on, because she was in the commentary and saying, "Come on, let's fight, let's do this." But okay, Thunder Rosa gets a title shot. I believe it's at Dynasty. I believe so. Next, we got the contract signing between Swerve Strickland and Samoa Joe. They had some words to say. There's some advice from Samoa Joe to Swerve. Let's just get to the beatdown. So, I believe Swerve tagged Samoa Joe first. He was about to choke him with a chain, but Samoa Joe used his strength and ripped that dang chain off of him, and he used the chain and started punching Swerve. He punched him in the face, he made him bleed, and start punching him in the back. I guess the back of the neck, because that's what Taz says. Oh, he's punching him in the back of the neck. It looked like he was punching his back. And then he was doing some jabs with the chain into the face of Mr. Swerve. And then the referee stopped it. They made sure they got Samoa Joe out of the ring. Swerve was laughing, saying, "This is all you got. This is what he likes." And he said, "If this is what you got, I'm taking your title." He signs the contract with his own blood. And then Samoa Joe came in again and put Swerve through a table. So what's going to happen at Dynasty? Will we see a new champion or not? We will find that out on the 21st. Ladies and gentlemen, 2K24, their DLC has dropped. I think Triple H looks awesome. Even his render picture, whatever you want to call it, looks awesome. I think everybody in there looks awesome. So it helps me with my game, because I have BCW and TBD. I make my own indie shows, and it helps me. So that's pretty good. I mostly put all the WrestleMania attires, characters, into in my old school, and all this showcase guys in BCW. So that's what I did. So that's what we did. And if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that and don't hit anything else, because I don't know if there's anything else. That's all for me today. Tell us out. I don't know I'm going to be live streaming WrestleMania still, because I don't know how we're going to do the audio. I could put my Bluetooth on, but I don't want to, because I like it hearing through the TV. So I have no idea. I might not do one. I might just do a video and do the results like I always do. That's all for today. Tell us out. See you guys Friday for TNA results. Bye.